recording.
Rolling.
Okay, so the thing I was talking about from training day is when he goes, you ever get your shit pushed in? You don't remember that part?
I don't remember that part. Fuck. Is it early on?
It's like in the middle of it. It's like, damn, dude.
All I remember
It's
is
such a good part of the movie.
him making him take drugs, King Kong.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I heard he improvised that. They just let him go. He was like in the middle of the hood and he just, they couldn't stop him. What are your thoughts on Denzel?
Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest actors of his generation. He's fucking amazing. Dude.
Is he?
I mean, I think like...
Can you turn these up?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, like currently we're looking at Tweedledee and Tweedlefat. All right, sorry.
Oh, God.
Definitely. Shit, sorry. And we're Xing out. All right. That's not nice. I take that back. Okay, God, I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Nobody knows what we're looking at. We could be looking at two gerbils.
Yes, we were looking at two
gerbils. One was a slender gerbil and one was a bigger gerbil.
Yes, sorry.
But yeah, you think Denzel is justified
in how good he is?
Or in the reputation he has?
I think, what's that movie? Okay, obviously Training Day. Yeah, he's really fucking good. I think there are things he does that he's able to like showcase vulnerability, like at a very like high level, like the level of confidence it takes to just like go balls to the wall.
Okay, what movie showcases that?
Well, Training Day.
You see a lot of vulnerability in Training Day?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of machismo, whatever, but what's that other movie? Okay, John Q.
Oh, I never saw that.
There's one movie where he's just blubbering from his mouth. He's like, just like, and he's just like going in and like, Sean Penn is similar in that way. Like
he can be vulnerable, dude, but he's a big machismo guy.
In fucking that movie, what's it called? What's that? It's based off a Stephen King film where his daughter, somebody.
Mystic River?
Yeah, Mystic River. Yeah.
When his daughter's missing and he goes through the crowd.
Yeah, and he's talking to his. Yeah, not just going through the crowd, but when he's talking. So the main suspect is Tim Robbins. Yeah, Tim Robbins' character, and he's talking to Tim Robbins about I think like when she was a baby or something like that, and he's just anytime I see actors just like blubbering that way, and he's like to hold her, like doing that stuff. I'm
like the blubbering. That's why they got the Oscar. But how bad is Tim Robbins' accent in that movie? Have you seen that lately? He does a Boston accent.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel like I saw it like 5 years ago or something like that. But yeah, I don't really remember his accent. I mean, he wasn't the memorable, obviously. Like that being said, I think it is a movie where Sean Penn just like chews the shit out of every scene.
Just chews. That was back in that era. How old do you think that movie is? 10, 15 years?
That was like 2005, right?
That's where just like,
you could just get away with.
Movie old white guys could just chew scenery and then get Oscars.
Yeah.
That was a good days.
Let's go back to that. No.
Where you just give her.
Yeah.
And now you have to be a real actor to do it.
Most
of the times. Well, I don't know. I didn't see The Brutalist. Does he chew?
I think he does, but he does. I think it's more for him like a function of the story.
Okay.
That's what I noticed. Like, I think we've gone from like, I don't know, at least maybe just because I'm older now and I notice like that acting is like a bigger like function of the story as opposed to like just a showcase for the actor. And I think like Adrian Brody, he won the Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember the biggest scene of like quote scene chewery is like when he meets his wife again and they're like sleeping in the bed together and she's giving him a hand job.
He's chewing her.
He's chewing her. He's literally chewing.
It's oral sex.
Yeah, he's there's a little chewing going on.
Then Billy Bob in Monsters Ball, he was.
I have not seen.
An Oscar for
I haven't seen Monsters Ball. I've seen Sling Blade, where he's like.
I've never seen Sling Blade.
He's like, he just.
I've never seen it. Did you watch that new series in Oil Man or Landman?
No, I heard it's good. Is it good?
It's propaganda for the oil industry. Like he's got these big monologues about how solar is worse for the environment than oil and stuff. But he's so good in it.
Yeah.
And it's such a good role for him. He's he commands a lot of gravitas and power. Even though he's a skinny little guy, like I bet he's 140 pounds or something.
Dang.
He looks like a little heroin addict, but he's good.
What do you feel about like propaganda, like modern day propaganda in like movies?
How do I feel about it?
Like, I mean, I don't know.
Messages in movies?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's funny because, like, for example, a lot of people say American Sniper or like a lot of stuff that.
Like a jingoistic message? Like a hoorah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of stuff Tom Cruise does or a lot of stuff Clint Eastwood does. Yeah. It's like they're good. Everybody says like these are really good, but they're also like, jingoistic.
Yes.
As you said.
Well, there's something about that why are those movies so entertaining? Because yes, theoretically I don't like messages and talking about how great the imperialism of America is, but they're so fun to watch. Yeah. So what is that about? Is it because America is all about the hero and the individual, and that's innate, or is it because I grew up on these movies and that's what I've been trained to like?
I think it's definitely the latter. I'd have to say
it's cultural.
I think it's cultural. Like even like when I was with my friend in we were in like New Orleans together, and like we just got drunk and just watched like a bunch of Indian movies. Yeah, and we were just like.
That's what you want to do in New Orleans.
India for the Indians, yeah, exactly. It's like super hardcore.
like Bollywood movies?
Yeah, we were watching like some music videos from like 2002 from when we were kids. Oh, okay. And like you're just watching this and you're just like, yeah, like fucking India.
Yeah. Like, well, Bollywood movies are all hero-based and all propaganda too, right?
Yeah, Bollywood, like even RRR was like the end of that.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like 5 hours long.
And like at the end, at the end of it though, like everybody in America was like, oh yeah, like RRR is like the biggest whatever hit or whatever is India, like all that stuff. And it's like, at the end of it though, it's just like complete like nationalistic messaging. Right. It's like really hardcore. Disney woke movies are literally like neoliberal propaganda.
Right. But are they like what? What's the most woke message movie that's gone mainstream? Would it be Barbie or something?
I mean, I don't know if like, I think like the population feels like it's gone. I think, Barbie's like probably in there. I'm thinking about like that 2016 era of like 2016 to 2020 era of like, you'd have like Wrinkle in Time.
Never saw it.
And it's like the remake of Wrinkle in Time. Apparently that was like just like a lot of like woke ideology propaganda. I mean, anything that's like quote woke. I mean, like woke itself, I think just got ended up getting cannibalized by like, they were like all these companies were like, and in gay pride, like making your logo into a rainbow color. It just like eats the entire, social whatever thing that you're trying to do.
Right. What do you mean eats the social thing? Because it becomes so overt that it becomes...
It just gets used.
Like a joke?
It just gets used for the wrong reason.
So it gets corporatized or whatever. Exactly. So then it takes all the messaging out of it because you're just doing this to cater to a woke crowd.
Exactly.
But so what about Tom Cruise and Clint Eastwood? Aren't they doing it to cater to a rah-rah crowd?
I mean, yeah, they're doing it for their audience, right? I mean, I think like...
And they also believe in the message, though.
But yeah, I think that's the difference. Yeah, I think there's like
studio execs don't really believe in woke messaging. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to get
to make money.
Seats.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to do the same thing with, with Top Gun, with Maverick.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's things that we're not privy to, where like...
Really? You think in the industry there's stuff that we're not allowed to see?
No. I mean, privy to or privy to or whatever in the sense of like, maybe there was like some, maybe there was some governmental funding, or there's we're gonna give you these planes that you can use for the thing.
I think
it's like okay, what is the message here now? if you have a movie with Tom Cruise saying, look, I think we should bomb the Pentagon with your planes.
They're not going to let you use military planes.
You imagine Tom Cruise going into a pitch meeting where he's just like, here's my idea.
Yeah. Like Coppola wasn't going to film Apocalypse Now in the States, and then the government was going to help him. Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I think they did contribute money or whatever to Top Gun. I think
I'm sure,
the government or the military helped let them use planes and gave them access and stuff. Of course, because of the messaging behind it. I wonder if they get a little final say on the final cut too. Just to make sure.
Yeah. I don't know, like, see, that's the funny thing. Like, I don't know what the government gets. I think what they get out of doing that is like people being sheep, you know, just to like get the message.
Maybe conscripts, you know, I bet people, there's got to be some people that sign up and be like, military, you know what, I'm signing up.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, if you think about it, like, Top Cruise is just one little logo away from being like a commercial for signing up for the Air Force.
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, just if you put like a little like visit us, and then you just have all that stuff going on. It's like, this is it. Dude.
You're an 18-year-old kid in Alabama, and you're like, I want to be a hero of my own story, and this is the way you do it.
And you just see Glenn Powell like smiling like that, and you're like, dude, I'm sold, bro. Yeah. I'm fucking sold.
See that homoerotic football game on the beach? You're like, I want some of that.
Yes, sir, dude. Miles Teller put me in, coach.
That's right. Dude. I don't know why I want to be a part of that, but I want to be a part of that.
I just want it so bad, dude.
I want to save America and tackle Tom Cruise.
Honestly, you know, when did that fucking movie come out? It's like, dude, Donald Trump, you were not president when that movie came out.
Is that right?
I think Joe Biden was president. Right? That's interesting. Trump, that was like, Trump probably got a hard on watching that.
Absolutely.
Like, Trump was probably jacking off while watching that football scene. He was like, this is America.
Well, I don't know if he can get through a whole movie.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The attention span. Have you seen those, I'm sure you have the conversation that was
the signal is so ridiculous. This is the most hilarious. Like, this is honestly, you couldn't write. Like, did you watch that movie Death of Stalin?
A little bit of it. I'm not smart enough to get to it.
I feel like it's like that, but it is like it's like watching like Tulsi Gabbard in the, you know, answering the questions or whatever. Like, this is like a scene out of Succession, you know, where they're just like, they're in front of the congressional hearing, and you're just like, all right, this is like, I mean, that's like what, like, I feel like Jesse, what's that guy's name? Jesse Armstrong. I feel like he would like write like some of those kind of scenes.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I saw one of the texts today, and they're talking about how like we really have to keep this secret and make sure there's no leaks as it's being leaked in real time. Like, he's talking about a leak that is being leaked. It's like the irony. You can't write this. But nothing's gonna happen, right?
I mean, you know, this is, I feel like, you know how it is. I mean, the headlines will pounce on it because it's like a great story, and it will like churn for the next quarter, and then they'll have to find something new, or
and
like
there'll be no repercussions.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Donald Trump's the fucking president. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anything happening from these guys. But fucking, it's just so funny because I was like watching Tulsi Gabbard like answer questions, and it's funny because I was just thinking about how, when you reach a certain level in your career, it's just the natural way of things for you to sell out. And so when she was answering his questions, she can talk all like for 5 hours on Joe Rogan about like, you know, this is what's actually going on, and you know, all this stuff. And then as soon as she's in that congressional hearing, she just says, she'll blatantly say like, she just kept repeating the same line over and over again. I was like, well, it looks like she's made it. You know?
She's made it because she's taking the money.
That's how you know you've made it.
Yeah. Do you think it's gradual, or do you think there's a moment where you realize, oh, now I have to lie, and now I'm at that point? Or do you think it's so gradual, you just ease into it, and you just become this whole different person that doesn't have any checks or balances?
Yeah, I mean, I think over time, I mean, that's an interesting like perspective. I think like over time you're just learning on the periphery while you're just calling out everybody's bullshit, and then like you get the job, and then you just like become the person because the stakes are such that you have to like fucking become that guy, the shithead that you were shitting on,
right?
And then you leave your job, and then
there's no going back.
Like you leave your job and then you just talk shit about the people that you were with. You know, it's just like there's no.
That's true. And in all fairness, there's a lot of other pressures that you don't know about before. Yeah. Once you're in the job and you do have to do a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
That maybe you just have to do. But there's also a lot of bad shit that you don't have to do.
Yeah.
I think. So.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a fucking mess. This country is a little on the bonkers side. I don't know, man. It's like every headline I'm seeing is like, is this like what the fuck? Like, I don't know how they're gonna spin this one this time around. You know. But
well, like you say, they just don't do anything, and then it just goes away.
Yeah, something else happens, or
exactly.
You know, somebody else takes the fall, or like I can even just imagine like this happening, and then all of them now are talking about like who is going to be the
scapegoat.
Yeah, who's gonna be the scapegoat? Like whose head are we gonna have to serve the DOJ on a platter? You know, like. And Trump's like, and everybody's trying to like sweet talk Trump or like suck his dick.
Right, so it's not them.
So it's like, exactly. Yeah. But like Pete Hegseth coming off the airplane and being like, nobody was sending any messages. Nobody was sending. Like, shut the fuck up. And then literally the next guy is like, yeah, we were using Signal, but I mean that was downloaded already before. Like the CIA director.
Like, get your story straight.
Like, yeah, it's just It's sad. It's like I was reading reading an article from Breitbart because I wanted to know how they're doing it.
How they're spinning it. Yeah.
Exactly. And then I looked to the comments, and even the people reading Breitbart who are commenting are saying, these boys need to up their game. Like they're fucking up. Like, yeah.
Are they calling for resignations in that?
I don't know. I didn't really read the article, to be honest with you. I just wanted to see the comments.
Are the comments calling for resignation?
Yeah, well, they're not calling for like some of the articles. Yeah, some of the articles are like, oh, like, well, you know, yeah, fuck them Houthis, you know, like bomb MAGA, you know, and some of the other people are like, yeah, I mean, the guy who wrote this is like comes from an old school journalistic background, and you know he like does his due diligence, and like so it was and I think there are a lot of people. No, I didn't see anybody talking about resignation, but they were just like
they're admitting mistake, but not the gravity of the mistake.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah.
I guess that's a start.
Yeah. I don't know.
What else is going on?
Yeah, I mean. I don't know, man. I went like camping.
You did?
A little bit this week. Well, it was like kind of, I guess it was like glamping. I went to Ivoryton in Connecticut.
Yeah. What is that?
It's like a small town in Connecticut, like outside of New Haven.
Yeah.
And, like I went out there with some people, and we just like, it was just kind of like a hiking trip more than anything else. And there was like a pickleball court. We played some pickleball. Nice. So we had a lot of fun, and it was good. It was good to get out of the city. Like, I feel like I just like, we talked about this trip like a month back, and I was just like, I don't know if I should do it. And then my roommate gave me a weed gummy, and I got like pretty stoned off the weed gummy. And one of the realizations from that was like, dude, this is why you are a pussy, because you don't go on trips like this and get out of New York and get out of your comfort zone. And it was like, that was the weed told me to do it. And I was like, all right, okay. And then I did it.
All right. I mean, I like the message. Maybe it doesn't have to be so harsh.
Yeah, it was a little harsh.
Could it just be like, you know, maybe this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Not to, you know, emasculate you and call you a pussy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Where did you stay?
We were in this, we were kind of in these like cabin kind of things.
Oh,
like
so
they were
not
just
camping.
Like, yeah, it was like glamping, you know? It was more like a, you know.
So you are a pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
Your brain was right.
Yeah, exactly. No, we were just like, you know, let's get out of the city and let's fucking just, you know, get out into nature a little bit. And it was like the weather, it was a little chilly, but it was like sunny.
Yeah.
Which was nice. So that was really great. Nothing crazy, but yeah, just like, you know, just wanted to get out into nature. I think it was like getting to nature a bit was a good thing, you know, just like seeing like trees and shit.
Right. Was it a dry weekend?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, it was dry.
Everybody
was dry.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. It was good.
And that was decided upon, or just all these people?
No,
I
mean, it was just like, you know, I think like, yeah, you could have gotten whatever if you wanted to, but I feel like majority of people were just like, let's just gonna stay dry. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It was so foreign to me. Like, I would never. I guess my generation would never go on.
I mean,
I hope we would now.
I don't know. Like, it wasn't like it was just, you know. young folks, but I mean, I feel like it was one of those things where like nobody was like, okay, this is dry, but it's just like, it just ended up being that way. And it was just like a good time,
That's great.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm still on the dried.
So how long has it been?
Dude, it's okay, so January 1st was like, so New Year's clean. I think I took a shot of tequila on New Year's January. And then like, I think in the middle of January, I was hanging out with my roommate and I was like, drinking a little gin and like I think I had like half a beer or something like that. But I was like, oh, whatever, like fine, you can count January. And then February just completely, and then March has been completely off. So it's like almost, I think I'm probably like,
3 months.
Yeah, almost like 3 months. Yeah. So I'm going to try to go another couple months and then,
And you're not missing it?
I am a little bit. Like when you came for the birthday party, I was like,
seeing me be an idiot.
You just like came, you like pulled a beer out of your pocket and you're like, all right, ready to go? Like, I was like, damn, dude, I don't want to do that.
Well, I saw you guys and I was like, damn, this would have been an opportunity to stay sober. But I already had 2 beers at home. Good. I'm reading that. Have you ever heard of Alan Carr's Stop Smoking book?
Oh, yeah. It just says like, stop smoking.
Yeah. I'm reading or listening to one on how to stop drinking.
Yeah. What does it say?
It's not working so far. Well, this whole thing is it's not willpower. I guess you rationalize how it doesn't add anything to your life and takes away from your life. So you don't have to, there's no willpower, he says, involved. But yeah, I haven't hit that yet. But for you, do you feel like it's willpower or is it just like, is it a decision or is just like, it's just kind of flowed? Like it seems...
No, it's okay. Well, I would say, it's a combination of like willpower, but also, so it is some willpower, but also it's like a lot of the bars will have non-alcoholic, phony Negronis or like, athletic beers or whatever. So, I can kind of just get the vibe without getting the vibe, like, I mean, that being said, like, there is some fun in like, having the real deal. But like, I honestly, like, I can go to things like at my birthday. Like I was there, I was like enjoying the event, like having fun. I think I would have had a little more fun had I drank a little bit, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's still, I think I'm noticing about myself that it used to be a thing where I like have to drink in order to like talk to people.
Right.
Right. But it's like, now it's like, okay, well, if I'm not drinking, I can still talk.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't need to be like, I mean, it is easier if I have something that tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
That just like is there.
That muscle memory.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe it's a little bit of a placebo effect kind of thing to help out with that. But like, other than that, it's just like, it's not like anything, too like, I just feel like, I don't have to be like, oh yeah, I'm drunk so I can talk to you. Right. It's like, oh yeah, I can just talk to you.
And what precipitated you stopping? Like you didn't have a problem, right?
No, it was just like, it was,
that means.
Yeah, it was dry January. And then I figured like, okay, going into dry January, I thought like, well, why don't I just give myself a break? Cause in general, I like, even like, I think it was a few days before New Year's, like it was like a Wednesday night or something. I like got really I had like 3 espresso martinis in a row and I got like absolutely, like I blacked out.
Oh, 3?
It was like, and then also like we were drinking other stuff. It wasn't just 3 martinis. It was like, we had some like, we started the night with like, we had some like gin or like some beers or whatever before, and then like went to this place in Bushwick and or not Bushwick, it was like, I don't know. It was like this area on the way to like all those music venues. Yeah, maybe it was kind of Bushwick. But anyway, then I had like 3 espresso. They had an espresso martini machine at the place. And I got really fucked up. And then New Year's happened. And I was like, and I drank again on New Year's. And I was just really, like, I didn't want to drink on New Year's. But like everybody was drinking. I was like, what? Fine, whatever. And then literally the next day, like, I was like, okay, I'm done to take a break for a while. And then I think that was like the perfect amount to just be like, let me just take a break and then just took a break, and now I'm like in that break. But I think like when it heats up in the summertime, I might.
Well, that's good that you had that right leading up to January, so you aren't missing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I find that I can get off it if I'm working towards something. Like I'll be like, I'm not going to drink for a month because I have this trip coming up, and I'm going to drink on that, or I'm going to do ayahuasca or something. But I can't sustain it.
Oh yeah, how was that ayahuasca trip?
It was good. I hadn't done it in a long time, so it was gradual. But yeah, it was good. I missed it. I hadn't done it in a long time.
I didn't know. Was this the second time you've done it?
I think the third or the fourth.
Wow, you've like done plant. You're a plant med guy.
Well, barely. Like the people that were there. Oh man, I met this guy there. Really nice guy, probably his late 30s or something. He had been on this journey for 15 years or something. He goes down to Peru every year, maybe twice a year sometimes, for 3 or 4 months, and does it's called a dieta, and they eat certain plants, like these medicine plants, and he like is in isolation sometimes for weeks on end, and he was just like on this spiritual journey. Like sometimes these plants are non-psychotropic and sometimes they are. And he said he would lose like 30 pounds and then come back, and obviously his parents and friends are like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Jesus.
But he just felt called to do it. It's like becoming a priest or something.
Wow.
But then he said at the last night, he said he had like such a profound experience, and he said it was all worth it. So I don't know what that means, but it was like somehow it felt like the culmination of this 15-year experience for him. So it was kind of cool. I was there for that. But the other funny thing to me was we were also talking about basketball. Like he's on this, deep spiritual journey, but we're talking about how the Mavericks shit the bed. And so it's like,
that's interesting.
Balancing modern life and culture, but then also having your spiritual journey or like, and that's, I don't know. That's just, it was interesting to me. And just wondered if that's like that for, throughout history. Like spiritual people have that balance, like they're in the monastery and they're doing all that, but then they're also, tapped into whatever village gossip and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I'm not deep in.
But what was
by any means in plant medicine.
What happened when you did it? Like, did you feel like a greater connection to the earth? Like, what was the experience for you?
Well, I don't know. Every night was kind of different. They say you can get a lot of visuals and stuff, obviously. But the guy that I work with, who's a Shipibo tradition, they talk about how the visuals are kind of bullshit and people can get caught up in them. Like, I saw the snake, I saw the jaguar, or whatever, or I saw the alien. And that the images are they're your brain using metaphor, or the plant using metaphor, because these images are in your brain. And sometimes they represent different things, but they're just metaphor. But for me, a lot of it is the whole point of it's not just experiential. Like you're not doing it to trip balls, because it's not always fun. Sometimes it's really hard. But if it's helps you after. So, I mean, hopefully at the very least, your serotonin pops up afterwards and it sustains. Like I still feel a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of a bump, and it's been, I don't know, a month and a half.
Wow.
But hopefully things you learn and you remember, integrate into your life, like lessons, or just stuff happens in your brain and chemistry, and that hopefully smooths you out a bit. It's not a panacea, and from my experience, it's not like you do it once, all your problems are fixed. Yeah. But it hopefully is improving your life incrementally every time you do it. And it's not, I mean, I'm not called to do it all the time like that guy, but I would like to continue doing it. But I don't know. Some of the things that happened on the last night, I think it was kind of, it was making fun of me, the ayahuasca. It was like I was at an Oscar ceremony, and it gave me an award for arriving as like most spiritual person of the year or something. And I knew while it was happening, like I'm seeing all these things, and I knew it was like a joke and it was kind of ironic. And then as they handed me the award, everything kind of crumbled and turned into nothing. And I think my interpretation of that is that, anything you're striving for, or these, marks you're trying to make, or an Oscar or whatever, it's all going to disintegrate and crumble. So nothing is really, it doesn't hold that much significance. And that was it was funny and intense. And then I just, I was looking up and I could see all the, you see all those like fractals and like the matrixy thing, and you see the whatever building blocks of reality. And I was talking to the guy about that after, and he's like, that's everywhere. That's always, as we see here, if you could see it, it would be everywhere, but you don't, your brain is stopping you from seeing it. So that was kind of cool and interesting too. So I don't know. I didn't have any huge, nothing I hadn't realized before, or
so this is you, like, so you've done you've taken the tincture or whatever.
It's like a nasty shot of thick liquid, and it's it's kind of bitter. Some people like it, but it's thick, and you shoot it, and then you have to, I think you only have to keep it in for like 5 minutes or something, and then it passes the brain blood barrier. Yeah. And then then you're off.
So you're sitting there and like you're just getting these experiences.
Yeah, you sit in a circle, and he's got another guy with him. They're singing songs. Some of them are from the Shipibo people. Okay. So the Shipibo language. Some are in Spanish.
What is Shipibo? What is that?
It's in the Brazil.
Okay, so this was in Peru.
No, this is in Canada. But he studied with these people.
Gotcha.
So then they'll sing songs based on what they're feeling in the room, and then sometimes they bring you up and they sing you individual songs, like what you need, kind of thing, and that's cool. So it's kind of guided, kind of on your own. Wow. In that way. Yeah. So you're sitting there and either you're tripping or you're not. And sometimes nothing happens to people because they're so blocked up, or they smoke too much weed or drink too much alcohol.
Oh, interesting.
And then all of a sudden on the third night, they'll be like,
for everything. Yeah. Because it's finally broken through.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
And I felt like that was kind of happened for me because I hadn't done it in a long time. So every night it was breaking through a little bit more.
Yeah.
And because I'd fasted a lot and my diet was good, but I still had like computer brain.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, a lot of like that. You mean like you're looking like social media, like all that kind of stuff, all that in your, okay, I get
like
it.
Even the day before the last ceremony, I was looking at the SNL 50 videos on YouTube, and I was like, I should not be doing this. I should be sleeping and meditating.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I guess.
SNL 50 is important.
As I'm about to go into my ayahuasca.
Exactly.
But that's the melding of culture and spirituality right there.
That's why it was an Oscar thing. That's why it was an Oscar themed trip, because you were looking at SNL 50.
Yeah, looking at all these Oscar winners.
That's funny.
Yeah,
man. I don't know if that's for me. I feel
like
you
would never do it.
I just if I get panic attacks just like with weed, I don't know if I'm the right mental.
I get panic attacks with weed.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not the same. And it's not the same. The things are not the same. Okay. Different drugs are different drugs.
Right. A
lot of people say that. It's even different than mushrooms. And
I wouldn't touch. I don't. Yeah. Anything beyond in the psychedelic world, it just, I don't know. I guess.
And you never have?
I've never done mushrooms.
Really?
I've had mushroom tea, but that doesn't really count. I only had a little sip of the mushroom tea, so it's nothing I've had anything crazy. But yeah, I've never done. I'd probably say the most. Psychedelics. I've not really explored.
Really?
So, yeah.
And you wouldn't because you're scared it would give you a panic. You'd been for a nasty ride.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'd get psychosis. I would be in I would have a bad trip. It's just all that paranoia of when I was my sophomore year of college, I took I smoked quite a bit my freshman year, but then between freshman and sophomore year of college, I came back home and I had a huge hit of I don't know, somebody had like a PVC pipe like coming out from like one of those tennis court jugs. And I like took this huge hit, and like I started getting like the whole summer I was having like derealization and like psychosis, like not like hardcore, but I was like,
and this was just weed?
This
Are
is
you
just
sure?
weed. Yeah, it was just, I mean, okay, look, this was in Augusta, Georgia in 2012. So maybe it was something
like, and it
else.
lasted the whole summer? That's crazy.
Well, like, yeah, I would get like panic attacks like randomly, and then music was the thing that really helped kind of like alleviate a lot of stuff for me. But like, yeah, I was like definitely that summer. And then since then I've just been like, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I'm always just like a little bit hesitant when it comes to like weed. I'm just kind of like, all right, like, I don't know.
Well, I'm not an advocate. I'm not going to push you into it, but it's not weed.
It's not weed.
And weed, I think, is dangerous. More dangerous than people think. For some people, whatever, it works, but it's not.
So this like herbal plant medicine stuff is like not. So it's nothing. All right. Well, maybe.
No, it's very intense. Yeah. It'll fuck you up, but it's not weed. In that weed is a little more slippery, in my experience, and your mind goes in circles sometimes. You get anxiety. I get anxiety. But this is like you could go through really, rough things, but it moves through it. It's not circular.
You're not like constantly thinking about like, oh shit, like it's like with weed. If I were to be driving with weed and I like drive through the green light, I would think to myself, oh shit, was that a red light?
Yeah,
like,
and then you just keep circling. I have the same experience. So I think weed's a lot more dangerous for some people than you think, and it can cause psychosis if you're not. In the right. I'm so good ayahuasca, but it's like you can soak and walking down the street.
Anything can cause
having
psychosis.
a brain can cause psychosis.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. But symptoms. I don't know. Don't push you into it. But if you ever feel called, then do it.
You want to do some right now? It's like,
no. And I would never do it with
in New York City.
Well, I did once and I regret it.
What?
But I would never do it without somebody who kind of could hold a good container and knew what they were doing, and I felt safer.
Like a guide. Yeah.
I think that's important.
That's the kind of. I feel like ayahuasca is the type of shit you want to do with a guide. I was in LA, like, I think this was like 2 years ago, and one of the guys that we were hanging out with just like had like a pen with him, and he was just like straight up smoking DMT.
And you didn't do it?
I didn't. Fuck no, dude. But he was just
what
like,
was he like? What was he like?
He was just like super depressing. He was like, Eeyore impersonating.
But what would happen when he hit it? I've never seen it and I've never done it.
I don't know. He was taking like shrooms and weed and DMT all at the same time, and so he was just kind of this amalgamation of like, like just like, and he just kept talking about like, oh, the union, because he's like whatever, like a, I don't know, not he's one of the what do you call those workers, set crew worker types?
I see. Like Ayahuasca.
Yeah, Ayahuasca type, and he was just like, but I don't know, he just had this very like depressive quality about him, and like it was like, all right, this guy's a little not for me.
Well, you can abuse.
But he just had a pen, DMT pen. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that was the kind of thing that like hardcore fucking or what do you call those? Cosmonauts? Yeah, they like, like you go to the forum on the website and it's like, oh yeah, just a trip report. Like,
right, yeah,
it's like, this is what happened, like DMT report. Like, dude, like isn't DMT like the stuff that like comes from your brain, like when you're dreaming? Like it's like,
does it when you're dreaming? I don't know. It is in ayahuasca. So when you're hitting DMT, I think it's just like a super concentrated form. And I think you only have like 15 minutes, little trips.
Yeah.
And I think DMT exists in your brain and it's released when you die.
Yeah.
That's why it's such a...
Yeah, that's intense. I mean, I had a crazy ass dream last night where like, I don't know if it was like it wasn't really a nightmare, but it was like a dream, like nightmare kind of thing. And like, I don't know, dude.
What was going on?
It was like there were like these two, like either I was watching a movie or I was in it, but like there are these two like blonde people on vacation.
Yeah.
It was like, I guess if you like, it was like Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. Like imagine they're like a married couple or whatever, like on vacation.
Yeah.
And like,
weren't they a married couple in Babel?
Yeah, maybe.
Did you watch Babel?
I think I did watch it like a long time ago. But they were like in some Thailand or some foreign country, and like there was some kind of like transportation that was taking people to things, and like the bottom half of the transportation just like dropped out, and it cut off like the legs of all the passengers, and like people were screaming, and like there was blood everywhere.
Jesus.
But like it wasn't like a nightmare.
You weren't.
I think I was like watching a movie. Whoa. I think the dream was me watching this like
you weren't on the
horrible
train.
Movie. No, I was not on the train. I think if I was having the experience of being on that train, but it was just like it was almost like a waterfall that the people were going over, and then like something in the gear shift got stuck, and then it all of a sudden it like goes down, like everybody's like underside of their body just gets like whoosh, like.
Do you have dreams like this before? Do you have like violently?
No, I didn't. I have not. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I mean, I can only surmise the Thailand stuff because like I've been watching White Lotus. Yeah, exactly. Like that. You said it right before White Lotus. Yeah, exactly. But like I have no idea. Like I've never had a dream like that before. Where I'm just like not in it, but I'm like watching it happen, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
but you weren't affected by it.
I wasn't affected by it. I was just like watching. It was almost like I was watching them be affected by it. You know?
Oh wow.
And it's like, and I don't think anything happened to them. Like I feel like in those movies, like they're always like in a foreign location, and like the leads are just like, shit's going on. We gotta escape. Like, all the locals are getting fucked. Let's go. Go back home.
What do you think of White Lotus this season?
I don't know.
People are upset.
I don't know. What are you all caught up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like this season was kind of slow up until the last episode, and I feel like Jason Isaacs is fucking killing it. Parker Posey's killing it. Like they are. I feel like them two, and then I would probably say. So Patrick Schwarzenegger, I thought showed some good, like had some good moments.
You think he looks like me?
Patrick Schwarzenegger? I don't think so.
My friend thinks he looks like
really
a young me.
Just kind of like a general douche white guy.
Is
that it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, like I think he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You do?
A little bit. He's like
if you
look at his mouth, like I feel like his mouth has like the Arnold kind of
I think
sneer.
he's more of a Kennedy.
I mean,
Shriver.
Yeah, no, that's true. The guy's like fucking.
But that's your favorite. Those are your characters.
I mean, no, I don't think that I think he had a good episode. Yeah. I feel like in general.
No, I mean Posey and.
Yeah. Jason Isaacs, Parker Posey, just all over, like in general.
Great, yeah.
But like Jason Isaacs, especially like the last two episodes of him just being like, I'm gonna kill myself, have been like fucking fantastic, and like. Yeah. And I don't like Michelle Monaghan. Like
no?
There's something about her. She's this in every. Hot? She's hot. She's very hot.
Is
right?
she actually 45?
She's attractive.
She probably is. She looks great.
Oh my god! In the bikini shots, she's fantastic looking. But there's something about her face that just pisses me off.
Really?
It's like this. And she can't do anything. That's the problem, right? She can't do anything about it. It's nothing about.
She's got a great face. What do you mean?
I mean, no, but it's her
acting face, or
her like reactions. I feel like she has a face that like it irrationally makes me mad. Really? It's just like this girl. I mean, it might be one of those things like
fuck her?
It's one of those faces that like this face will reject you. You know, that's the face of the rejection.
Good for you for going internal with that, and not just putting it on her.
Yeah, no, it's me. It is. No, it is. I think it comes from like, you know, growing up in the South and being like, oh yeah, this girl would never. This
white girl's gonna reject me.
She would never even consider me as like a person.
But you don't think that of Leslie Bibb or Carrie Coon?
Carrie Coon's sexy, dude.
Really? You're a Carrie Coon man.
I like.
You're a Coon man.
I'm a Coon man. Let's watch out for that. Oh, let's be careful here.
Right.
We're going into a weird territory.
Right. You know who her husband is?
Who's her husband?
Tracy Letts.
Oh, interesting.
Good for him, huh?
Yeah, good for him. Hey, she's a little young for him.
Yeah, I think she's like 15. Dude. They met
she's
on
like a theater, Tinder. No,
yeah, they met in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. He was playing George and she was playing Honey.
Oh, so she was the young whatever, and he's playing the. Oh, he was playing George.
Yeah, the
Virginia's husband.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Martha.
And Leslie Bibb, I mean, Leslie Bibb just like plays like she does a good job just playing her role, you know, like playing the like Southern Trumper lady, whatever.
Yeah. But subtly.
Subtly. Yeah. And that's the crazy thing is like she's playing it. That's how well she's playing it.
Like
is she good in general?
She's not overtly.
I don't really know too much of her.
I don't know. I'm not a big Leslie Bibb person, so I don't really remember anything else.
She's like done a lot of comedy. I think that's like her kind of like name to fame. Is
she
like,
plays like Adam Sandler's husband in
wife exactly. Like she would be like the comedic lead or whatever, you know. But I think, I mean,
what do you think about Walton?
Gogs, dude. Yeah, Gogs is the shit. But Gogs doesn't get much like FaceTime. I feel like it's like it comes to him like he's on his own fucking TV show. Yeah. Like literally him and Sam Rockwell. Like that's what like I was listening to this other podcast called The Watch. Have you heard of The Watch? It's like these guys do you know, like Bill Simmons, Grantland. Yeah. So like they're with The Ringer and they do like they have their own podcast. But they're talking about so Leslie Bibb is like married to Sam Rockwell, but you know they're also talking about how like the Goggins storyline is compelling as its own show. Right, like, it could be its own. Like he's like, true. I'm trying to get vengeance for the guy who killed my dad. Like, that's fucking. It's its own thing. So it feels kind of like he's not. I feel like he's just on his own.
Yeah, you're
like
right. You're totally right.
It's like a sub. It's like a sub show.
Yeah.
From
its
the
own
main
genre
show.
even too.
Yeah, it's a revenge drama.
Kinda like a noir.
Yeah, so it's I mean, I guess like credit to Mike White for like breaking, but like I don't, but how is it gonna wrap up? That's the curiosity. It's like, okay, this
him or he's not. Maybe Rockwell will have sex with him.
Yeah. Rockwell's I wanna like perform Rockwell's monologue.
That's a great monologue,
it's a great monologue where he's just like, I was like thinking about that. I was like, damn, dude, I could probably.
And he didn't milk it at all.
No, dude, he's
was
fucking
just
good.
Chill. Yeah, he was good. Do you think he was planned to be in the show before it started production? Or do you think White just
like it just came
slipped
out
him in there because he was over there with the Bibb?
I mean, it just depends with the Bibb.
With the Bibb.
I feel like it depends on how. See, that's what I was asking though. I was like, how is this plot line gonna relate to the larger plot line, or does it not relate to it? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess
maybe I'll come back.
I guess like because the next episode is gonna be them going to dinner with Gary, right? Yeah. And like Goggins' girlfriend is like, who by the way, Amy Lou Wood. Yeah. She like. Her face when he's telling her he's going to Bangkok and she's like, something bad's going to happen. And she's like, and like, she just looks like a cartoon character, like her eyes and her eyebrows and her teeth. And it's just like, dude, I've never seen that actress before. And I was like, holy shit, this is like a cartoon character. like
in a good way or in
a really like endearing way. Cause even Goggins goes like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then she does her face and he goes, I'm sorry. He's like, he can't like, you know.
Yeah. Do you like her face? Is that a face that might not reject you?
Yeah. I mean, I would never like go for that face. But
why? The teeth?
Yeah, it's not my type. You know? Maybe if I got to know her and be friends with her.
You're a coon man. You're a coon man.
I like Carrie Coon.
You like Carrie Coon. I think you like a middle-aged woman who's had life.
She's got a great personality.
Yeah.
And
she's kind of she's got some
like I like
fire.
the way she eats fruit. She's just like she's like
I like the way she eats fruit.
Yeah.
I like that Carrie Coon is your crush from White Lotus. The middle-aged woman who looks like it.
I think she's got spunk, you know.
She definitely has spunk. She's a good actor.
Yeah, she's really good. She's in Gone Girl.
Right?
Yeah, it's I mean, I feel like I don't know.
A lot of these actors have been like floating around and they really get elevated when they get in the show, don't they?
Well, like, cause somebody was saying how like I feel like White Lotus is one of the shows on TV that's just like casting is
key, right?
Key. Yeah. And it's like, and taking those actors that are like elite tier actor, like Jason Isaacs.
What's his deal? I don't really know him at all. He's from Harry Potter.
Harry Potter as Snape. And then did you watch The Patriot?
With
Heath Ledger and Gibson?
Yeah,
he's the main villain. He's the guy who like kills Ledger.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he goes and he like stabs him at the last moment. What else did he do? Jason Isaacs in so Harry Potter. Man, he's been I guess maybe he's just like the memorable. I don't know. I feel like he's the.
But he's been around.
The current like Alan Rickman, you know,
yeah,
like, vibe.
Right,
like, it's
right,
just,
right.
He's so fucking and like just like those close up shots of him and
so he has humor too, and just his face.
Oh man,
his whole being without doing anything.
And everybody talks about like Parker Posey's accent.
Yeah.
But I think him as well, like what he's been able to do with the accent, like and his.
Although I saw a video the other day and they're showing him slip up into British. So.
Oh, in the show.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, I think it's good.
Oh man. Yeah, it's like I don't know when he tells like Patrick Schwarzenegger, he's like, "Yeah, come on, it'll be fun." Just like fun. But
it'd be fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Really fun to do. Would you kill yourself if you had to give up all your money?
No, I don't think I'm that guy.
But you're not that rich.
But yeah, I mean, he's like a.
But he's going to jail. That's different.
Yeah, he's going to
Parker's
jail.
Gonna kill herself. She won't go to jail.
His whole identity is wrapped around their status in their community and the money, like that. That's everything, and it's just so funny. I do feel like that scene was a little bit. Now that I think about it, a little bit on the nose. You know, where she's like, I don't know,
right?
I wouldn't be able to do it,
right?
And he's just like,
yeah. It was. I guess he needed it on theme.
Yeah.
To push him into those ideations.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is a little on the nose.
The whole season or the whole
show?
The whole show.
Every season.
No, yeah, it's true. That's a good point.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's not. Yeah, it's not realistic, but it's satire.
Yeah.
And it's
it's fun. It's one of those shows that I think I can just like. I feel like some shows I'll watch and I'll be like, okay, I kind of understand where this is going. Like with White Lotus, I kind of just say, all right, like, you know, you take me on the ride.
Yeah, that's a great place to be.
Yeah.
That's definitely a great place to be in
for sure. But I don't know. I need to get back to Severance, but I'm on.
I finished it.
You finished it? I have not started. I was like watching like F1. Was doing all that, like would do White Lotus on the weekly, whatever, watching like comedy stuff, whatever. Now I just started watching The Penguin. So I feel like now I'm like gradually getting myself back into like the darker stuff. So after I do Penguin, I think I'm going to like hit Severance.
It's
like, I'm ready for Severance now.
Penguin is so dark. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so good, but it's so dark. I kind of need a break. I started watching a delightful British murder mystery where there's no blood. Ludwig. Something my mom would watch because I was just like, I can't handle any more fucking violence.
I used to watch this show on Tubi called The Midsummer Murders. Have you heard of that?
Yes, of course.
That's another like.
There's like a million seasons of it.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, this is like the Law and Order of England.
Yeah, but it's not too violent.
No, it's like super
dead
like
bodies, but
it's dead body. But I think it's funny because there's dead bodies, but it's also like very humorous.
Yeah, okay.
Because the guy basically like. You know, it's like kind of got this like Batman and Robin kind of vibe. You know, they've got like the chief inspector and his assistant.
Yeah.
And he just like shits on his assistant every time like his assistant does it. He's like fucking retard.
Yeah.
Just like walks away and just like shits on him. Like it's so good.
That's so funny you watching that.
Yeah, it's I was watching a lot of it like on. I think there was like a period I was watching like. I think I've seen like maybe like 6 or 7 of the episodes, but they're like kind of long episodes.
Oh, really?
It, like require. It's like. And it's not, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I feel like.
That's nice.
Like a good
I feel like that's something
vibe.
you and Carrie Coon can watch.
Yeah,
you guys retired together.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
When Tracy Letts dies.
Yeah.
And then
her kids are in college. And then, you guys go to the lake house.
Yeah, me and Carrie.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
We
read each other poetry and watch Midsummer Murder.
It's just,
it's nice.
And then we eat pineapples and strawberry.
Ooh.
A little spunk, a little spark to it. So you got a new project with Ed Staroselsky.
I didn't even want to tell you about it.
All right. Oh man, are you on the group chat?
I was embarrassed almost. I was embarrassed to tell you. I don't have anything else going on.
Edward Staroselsky.
He's such a character.
He should come on.
I don't know.
We should bring him on.
I need a project. I need something to do.
Hey, yeah, listeners, give something to my boy right here.
I need something consistent to work on.
Yeah.
player reading or something. Yeah. So I don't know.
No, it's good to.
But it's the exact same script as last time, where we have to like rewrite it and be like, Ed, what did you mean here when you said?
And is he shooting it like a film?
No.
He's not
just thinking of doing it as a play.
But he's just like straight up rehearsal and do the play. Like
we're just reading it now. Me and Angelo.
Okay, he's probably gonna do like rewrites and shit like that.
Yes. Well, we're doing rewrites, and he's looking for another actor. So I'll see what the other actor is. See if I can hang out, and then if I quit, I'll
What's the role? What's the other actor role?
My role or the other actor?
The one that... because Angelo quit.
Well, no, he never wanted to do it. They want to get a big black guy to do it.
Oh, shit.
Because he's like an imposing figure. And I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be black. But they want a big guy, like a
I can
heavy-set
imagine
guy.
Ed being like, we need the big beep.
Yeah, I think he's a progressive old Russian.
Yeah, just kidding.
But the old actor, he's like a pretentious old actor who's stuck in this. It's like
your actor or the other?
We're both actors, and we meet each other in the middle of Russia. It's like the Hateful Eight with two Russian actors. But it's
interesting.
There's no real plot.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Another Walton Goggins hit, Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, so good.
So good,
like his movie, kind of, right?
It is. In a way, it is his movie.
Amongst all these movie stars, I watched that the other day.
Hateful Eight.
I like that.
It's such an underrated Tarantino classic.
It is. He said that he was going to do it as a play. And I wonder if he'd still do it, because I think it'd be great.
I hear Tarantino, I just was, this guy, there's this showrunner, this guy's done show running, named Eddie Wang. He did Fresh Off the Boat.
Yeah, I know Eddie Wang. He had that dog incident the other day.
Do you read his Substack? Oh,
do you see that guy with a dog, and he's like, "Hey man, your dog's off leash."
Oh yeah.
White guy's like, "Do you even live here?"
Yeah. Wait, where did you hear that?
My friend sent it to me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. He's got like a Substack, and he wrote like an entire essay about it.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like, now like in all of his Substacks, he just like shits on the guy. Like so he'll just like pull him out just randomly. So like, he basically is like doxing the guy.
Nice.
But no, he was writing about how like Tarantino was like, there's no money in TV anymore. Like there's no money in movies because like a film release like doesn't exist because it goes straight from streaming. And so that's why Tarantino's talking about wanting to do live events and plays and things like that. Apparently Clooney's what do you call Good Night, Good Luck pulled in like $3 million in a week.
In a week?
Or I think they said in a
possible?
week, like 3.3 million. Maybe it was like in a month, or I think it was like maybe the month.
Oh, wow.
I think and it pulled in like 3 million. Either I think in a week or a month, it was one of the two. But
Holy
that's a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's why Tarantino is probably just like,
movies are done.
Like, I mean, that being said, like fucking clearly Barbie and Oppenheimer made like $1 billion.
People will still
whatever,
come out for a Tarantino movie too, though.
Yeah. I don't know why he of all people, but I guess that's the whole thing about like, if you don't get like a theatrical deal where you can play for like,
right, you guaranteed I need 6 weeks in the theater.
Yeah,
before you
exactly.
rip me out and put me on demand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh. All right.
All
Well,
right.
that was good.
That was good. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, signing off.